We need to talk about your TPS reports and the nice guys on business.
So if I'm a supervisor, if I have, let's say, hypothetically, 10 people below me, okay, a good portion of my job should be keeping an eye on them and making sure they're doing their job. Right. If you have one employee and you have to supervise him 100% of the hours that he's working, he's the wrong fucking guy for the job.
Yeah, that's true.
Looks like you've been missing a lot of work lately, Strickland. Well, I wouldn't say I've been missing it, Doug. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. So if you could be here around 9, that would be great. Okay. And I almost forgot. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and come in on Sunday too, okay? We lost some people this week, and we sort of need to play catch up. The nice guys on business are not really carrying their weight. Human beings were not meant to sit in little cubicles staring at computer screens all day, filling out useless forms and listening to 8 different bosses drone on about mission statements. We were meant to listen to the Nice Guys on Business podcast. Most days, they take their meds. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. No interviews, no business content. Just your 2 favorite slack-jawed mouth breathers ranting about whatever. Now, strap yourselves in for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
Okay, I believe I am recording, and I don't think I'm going to have... I'll have my Calendly note taker do the video also. I mean, the recording also.
Okay, welcome back. My name's Strickland Bonner on the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. I don't want to forget because I have a feeling Doug is going to be getting off on some long tangents of things. He has a lot to talk about.
I want to start by saying this. Buongiorno, Mr. Bonner.
Buongiorno. I'm drinking out of my favorite new mug.
Hey, quick question. Are you fucking kidding me?
Right. That's my new favorite coffee mug. Although I'm not drinking coffee.
Yeah.
I'm harking back. It's been a long time since I've actually had a bit of my favorite drink while we were recording,
Drinking Fireball?
That's it. We've been recording earlier. Like we'll do a 5:30 at night. Yeah. I'm like, a little early to start drinking on a Wednesday or Thursday. And then today, you see, I'm traveling tomorrow. I'm flying to Nashville. So it's like, it's my Friday. And I'm like, you know what?
Oh.
I'm going to hear Doug revel in his stories about Italy that I'm very excited to hear about. And so I thought, hey, you know what? I'm going to have me a little Fireball.
Well, as the Italians would say, it's aperitivo time. Aperitivo is usually like this bitter liqueur with prosecco and a splash of soda water plus a slice of lemon. So it almost looks a little bit like orangeade or lemonade kind of style. Okay. But it will fuck you up at like anywhere between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m., which is usually about what time the Italians start, which is why they probably don't get a lot of work accomplished in the course of their day because they don't get to work until like 10 and they leave at 3, which I call a full day.
Damn, that's my kind of
I know, totally
country.
good.
Maybe
what are you doing over there exactly?
I've got my cable is a bit taut, so I'm pulling through to get some slack. You know how that is, and then you go like this, and it pulls. I got it. I do have mine fairly dialed in. I haven't had to do any adjustments in the last couple of months with that. I did listen to the episode. I listened to it probably at 2.5 speed because I wanted to make sure that I heard as many of the nuggets I can. So let me just say this about your episode. Couple things. What? 2.5 speed. That's fucking.
It was fucking fast. It was super fast. So, Sally, I wish you well in finding your organic fresh fruits. I know that you want a smoothie, and in the worst way. They do have a place called Whole Foods that you can probably get a whole bunch of frozen fresh fruit, and you can make your own organic drinks. Now, it probably doesn't have all the mixes that you did as the grandmother at the smoothie shop. So I think you should get that. And for Emily, I would like to say to you, I don't think that your ankles are too skinny. I think that you probably just aren't walking up or down the mountain correctly, and that's why you're getting strained ankles. And Strickland, you did a really good job of there was a lot of pressure under the questions that you were getting. You handled yourself very well.
I appreciate that because I felt the same way. I mean, I was very happy that Emily came to the table with some things to talk about and things to do, which I knew she would. I had no doubt whatsoever. But yeah, some of those were like, okay, putting me to it.
And you were kind of put in a position of every once in a while throwing someone under the bus. It was either going to be you were throwing Sally or Amanda under the bus at a couple points. And I was getting a little nervous. I was feeling like the flop sweat come out on myself. I'm like, how would I answer that question? I don't know which kid is my mom's favorite. It's like my brother's dead. It's like, I would say that she would probably pick him. She should pick him because he's no longer with us. Oh my God. So yeah, man. You did have one challenge. It was two women that like to talk a lot and and they kept stepping on each other. So it was a hard episode to kind of listen to and get all I needed to get out of it, but it was still good.
You and I make it look so easy, right? Because we both like to talk, but we have a certain cadence, right? Yeah. And so we know when the other is wrapping up or getting ready to say something more. And so we rarely jump on each other and we make it sound so simple. And then we bring guests on and it's like everybody's stumbling. And it's not because they're bad or they don't know what they're doing. It really is because we've done it 1,000 fucking times. And so we kind of know each other really well.
You're right. Well, my trip to Italy all started by me going to the safe in my house and pulling out the little baggie from 2 years ago that had all the leftover euro that I had in there. And
oh my God, that's funny as shit.
I already started the trip in the plus column, but I quickly went into the minus column as quickly as I could. I want to start with the end in mind, or start with the beginning, I guess, and get to the end. My worst customer service experience ever with an airline, and
ever that's saying a lot because you've had some bad ones.
I've had some pretty bad ones, and I go back and I don't know. You could probably even type in Southwest or something like that, or United Airlines, and you'll find out some of the bad experiences I've had. But by far the worst airline ever. And I told him, I said, look, I have a podcast. We have 1,600 episodes. I'm going to slam you. They didn't care. They had no empowered team employees. But the worst airlines ever is Lufthansa, and I thought it was
this is the I just remembered this is the continuation of the issue you had because your name was wrong, but it wasn't bought through Lufthansa. Is this an extension of that, or is it a
no? It was a totally different problem. The whole Doug Allen, Dougalan, as my first name rather than my first and middle name, was not even a topic of controversy.
I love that. So they screwed up in a new, completely different way. I am sitting back, grabbing my drink, and ready to listen.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to take a really long 2-hour story. I'm going to try to condense it into just a couple minutes by just me sharing the highlights and then having you ask me questions, because I don't even know where to begin with the horrifying story of how this whole thing happened. But let me think about where a good starting point would be. I think the starting point was about a week before, or maybe it was 2 weeks before, I was notified by Lufthansa that they had changed the actual aircraft. It was still going to be a Lufthansa airline, but or plane, but they had a different seat map. No problem. So I had already paid at that point, I think about $200 to upgrade both me and JJ's seat to a flight that had, or a seat that had a little bit more legroom, because I'm 6'4", and I like to it's like the seats, if you're traveling 12 hours plus, you want the seats to be somewhat comfortable. You don't want to be cramped.
Yes, absolutely.
So I paid $200 to get an upgrade. When they changed the airplane itself, different seat assignment. Let me think about when I found this out. You mentioned one earlier on that they changed it,
and that you were going to lose that upgrade. Yeah, I remember you talking about that a couple weeks ago.
I'm glad you told me that. So I had told you that not only did I lose the upgrade, but for some reason, when you lose the upgrade, you also lose the money.
Right. They didn't give you the extra seat room, and they're not going to refund you the extra money you paid for the extra seat room.
Good. So I did tell you that so far. Good, because that happened before before I got to the airport. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get to the airport, or before that. So I had re-upgraded again on the new airplane that we were going on. However, when I got to the airport, they did not have that I bought an upgrade.
Oh my God.
But I didn't find that out until the gate. Because you have your seat assignment. I'm not going to go look at a map as I'm sitting.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Did you actually, they didn't change your seat assignment. You had the seat assignment, but you didn't realize it was not an extra legroom seat.
Correct. Even though on the map itself, when I upgraded, when they told me they had to change planes and we got the new plane, but I lost my upgrade, I said, no problem. I will take this up later. I just want to make sure I got my upgraded seat assignment for the new one. So I repaid, I forget what it was. It was like $80. I think the total this time, it was $150, not the $200. So I'm thinking, okay, no problem. I'll dispute the $200. I'll pay the $150. We get to the airport, and I get to the gate, and I said, I just want to check where we are seated because I had a problem on the phone with the Lufthansa agent. She said, let me see your ticket. She took my ticket, and she looked at it, and she says, no, this is a regular economy seat. I said,
this is a seat in the very back row, and there's no legroom whatsoever. Anyone who is over 5'5" will not even be able to fit in these seats.
Thank you. That was the disclaimer. That was right. That was the one that was going off in my ear. However, they said it like this: Mr. Sandler, we are not going to give you the seat. Oot!
Is Lufthansa? Are they German? That was vaguely a German accent.
Lufthansa is a German airline. Okay. I'm thinking, well, maybe because I'm Jewish, they probably still have a problem with me. I don't know.
Wow.
So I got to the other gate agent because I couldn't deal with the other one. Her name was Schultz, and she says, "I know nothing."
For those of you who don't know, that is another 50-year-old pop culture reference to Hogan's
Heroes. Oh my God.
I fucking loved Hogan's Heroes. So I thought Gomer Pyle was stupid, but Hogan's Heroes was the bomb.
All right. So let me tell you how they were trying to resolve this. They said, okay, can you show us something that we sent you that would say that you have the upgraded seat? So I said, okay, let me look through my email to show you that I paid. I couldn't find an email showing that. Oh, hold on. Every email that Lufthansa sends their United States customers is in German. Just so you know.
Get the fuck out.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh my God, that's funny.
I can't even read this. I have no idea. And there was a line queuing behind me the whole time. And I'm like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this. I'm so fucking mad at them. So she said, just show me something that showed that you paid. So I go to my Wells Fargo, which is in English, and I show them the day I bought the tickets, I had the original upgrade. The second time I had to upgrade again, here was the $150 that I'd spent. Here is the proof that Lufthansa took another $150. I'm sorry, a Wells Fargo bank statement does not prove that you upgraded. It just shows that you paid extra money to Lufthansa. So I said, oh my God, what would it have been for? I mean, is there anything else that you have? Well, I have no way of verifying. I said, okay, do you have any available seats? In the meantime, what I'm finding out, I didn't find this out until later, but what I found out was like the two people that sat next to me, because I paid for an additional, I finally was able to find one receipt. I couldn't find JJ's. JJ's stuck in the cattle call area and I'm in the upgraded seat. I'm like, JJ, just take my seat. She goes, no, you don't want to sit where I am sitting. I'm literally in the middle of four people and they're whatever. Anyway, the people that sat next to me in the upgraded seats next to me, they were just given those seats from Lufthansa.
Get the fuck out.
So they gave to two customers that didn't pay anything, upgraded seats, and they didn't give to my partner and the ones that had paid the upgraded seats. The entire time, this lady was she was doing everything she could. Well, I didn't have the best attitude, so I might just say it that way. Everything she could to get in my way of making sure that I did not get the upgraded seats. And I'm like, This is ridiculous. This is crazy. The guy that was standing next to her at the airport, this was Newark Airport, was like looking up at me, and I'm like, dude, you don't have to give me an attitude. And he goes, what did you say? Like he was a very large man, like he was gonna fight me.
Wow.
And I'm like, I can't believe this. I cannot. And she said, well, we do have one in business class that's available. I said, okay, I will pay for that upgrade. Let me have that upgrade. How much is it? She goes, $12.50. I said, well, no problem. $12.50. She said, no, yeah, $1,250. I said, you are fucking kidding me.
Right. And you're getting ready to board within the next 30 minutes, right?
Less than that. It was like five minutes.
So they've got this fucking seat.
Right.
That
yes.
They have determined in their mind is worth $1,250. But what they're not realizing is that within 5 minutes, it's worth nothing. Fucking nothing. Why wouldn't she just said, hey, here, slip me 100. Okay. I'll fucking get you into that seat. What do you say? That's all she had to say, but no.
You're 100% right. I felt the same way. I'm like, it's going to be empty the entire flight. Mm-hmm. You'd rather have an empty seat and with an angry customer than a filled seat with a customer that is ecstatic about you providing the upgrade at no additional cost, right?
100%.
So JJ is now sitting in this row. It's one behind another row that's in front of it that literally has 2, 3, and 2. How many is that? 2, 3, and 2, 5, 7 seats completely empty. The reason that they were completely empty in this upgraded cabin, the front row of the cabin that was economy, was because it was a new aircraft and they couldn't put people in those seats because the seats had not been approved based upon the privacy screen that was there. They were thinking that there was a problem with the privacy screen, so they couldn't put anybody in those seats. I can't even begin to understand the craziness that was happening there. It was a really bad way to begin a vacation.
What happened? So you did get extra legroom on the way out.
I could find.
But you had to pay a third time for it?
No, I did not pay the third time. Sorry if I said that. I was wrong. I was able to find in my email one upgrade based upon the new, but I couldn't find on the fly on my cell phone. It pissed off. And JJ's like, give me your phone and go wait back there. He took control because I was not helping the situation. He goes, when you're put in this situation, you just get really angry. Like, come on. I had the right in this particular case to get angry. And they just they didn't want to do anything that was going to be helpful to me. They don't empower their employees. They have no frontline decision-making capabilities. All they wanted was buy the book. I'm sorry, I can't go from your Wells Fargo receipt. I must see an email from you. I'm like, what the fuck? What if I delete my emails when I get them? Like, I mean, any number of things could happen. You didn't send me a confirmation email. Maybe all of this stuff actually happened. I don't even understand why I don't have my upgrade. And then she's, whatever. It was so crazy. It was just extremely frustrating to me.
Wow. Yeah. And ultimately, you did get your legroom, but JJ was a couple of rows behind you. She could not sit next to you.
She was about 10 rows in front of me in the economy cabin. I was in the economy cabin, but I was in the middle section of economy. That was the front row of that middle section. She was in the next section up, which had the limited legroom in her row, but she was also in the economy row as well.
And she couldn't be in the same row with you because those free seats had been given away to somebody else.
Correct. That's exactly right. The lady that was next to me was willing to move, but she was with her younger son, and she didn't want to move without her younger son. Because they had 2 empty seats that were up there in the front row, the ones that had not been regulated or whatever yet approved yet, they wouldn't let her move there. But here's the silver lining to this entire thing. As bad as the seats were going there, were just as good the seats were as great coming back on KLM. So props to KLM for doing an exemplary job of having upgraded seating. Wonderful. They served us 3 fucking meals coming back. It's crazy. Every time I was turning around, they were giving me another food or drink or anything. Basically, it's open bar and anything you want on KLM. The only thing they didn't have was the disco ball dropping from the ceiling to start the dance party.
Well, clearly, I know when I'm ready to go to Europe, that's who I need to fly is KLM and not Lufthansa.
KLM was so good. Amsterdam is the greatest airport. KLM is a wonderful airline, and I can't say enough good things about them. And why the hell I did not? Well, I can tell you because I was trying to search through like Expedia or just go directly to the airlines. I just thought, hey, look, if I'm going to spend $1,500 to fly in one direction. I am going
one way. That wasn't even a round trip. One fucking way.
Yeah. If I'm going to spend that much money to fly, I'm going to try to at least get a good deal on it and get an upgrade. And fuck, God, what a huge mistake. If anybody's in our listening audience and they've ever considered flying Lufthansa, just say fuck it. Walk to Germany. I mean, walk to Europe instead. It was bad. It was bad.
So when you finally got to Italy, you had fun.
Yeah, when we got to Italy, it was a great time. We started out in Florence let's see, what did we do first? We ate a lot, and then we drank, and then we drank, and then we walked a lot, and then we ate a lot, and then we drank a lot, and then we walked a lot, and then we went to Venice. And in Venice, I think we ate a lot, and we drank a lot, and we walked a lot. We did on our busiest day, I think we did 15,000 steps, which is like about 7 times more than my average here in Ojai, California. We do a lot of walking. Think about this drink for a second. I discovered a drink in Italy. It's called the fashion style. It's like the Italian spin of the old fashioned. It's it's bullet bourbon, which is I like bullet bourbon.
I like bullet bourbon.
It's a splash of a coffee liqueur. I don't know if you like coffee liqueur.
Sure, like a little Kahlua.
A splash of like Godiva chocolate liqueur. A little bit of bitters, chocolate shavings, and candied orange and lemon peel.
So basically nothing to dilute the alcohol.
Pretty much it's a complete alcohol drink.
It's like we've got bullet bourbon, which is like 90 proof, right? And it's like, that's pretty strong. What should we cut that with? Coffee liqueur, and then more coffee liqueur or chocolate liqueur.
Chocolate liqueur, right.
I like it. That's my kind of drink.
And then a little splash of Amaretto as well. So Amaretto. Great.
I know how much you love your Amaretto.
I do. I discovered a whole new brand of Amaretto. Let me see if I can find it right here.
Yeah. Di Serono is no longer your favorite?
Well, in looking at the ingredients, thank you, ChatGPT, by the way, when we checked out this other liqueur, in looking at the ingredients, Di Serono has a lot of like artificial colors and flavors in it. And this other one, hold on, let me see if I can find it on the fly here. Here we go. I think I got it. Shoot. I thought I had. I don't. Maybe I sent Michael Neely a message directly. Let me see. Because I said to Michael, I'm like, this is a great drink. We've got to have this. Hold on a second. Neely, here we go. Did I put it here? Nope, can't find it. I'll have to put it. I'll send you a link so you can drop it in the show notes.
Okay.
So a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, a lot of walking, just enjoyed. I think I'm the only American that has made his way entirely through Italy for over 10 days and only said the word, what's hello? I don't even remember what it is anymore.
No, bonjour. That's French.
No, not that one. The other one.
Hola. That's Spanish.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Grazie. That's all I said. That's all I said was thank you. That's all I
right. Thank you. That's what I was going to say. Grazie. Thank you.
Grazie. And if it's thank you very much, it's grazie mille, which is thank you.
Mille.
Thank you very much. And
how do you say fuck off Lufthansa in Italian? God, that's what you need to learn.
Or grazie molto duro. I think that is thank you very hard.
Okay then. Yeah. Thank you very hardly.
Did I miss anything while I was gone? I mean, that's really the key question. I mean, you and Sally and Emily did a great job of putting an episode together. Was there anything missing in my absence?
I don't think so. We do have 2 voicemails. I'm curious if the voicemails are commenting on our episodes.
Oh.
Now we had 0 voicemails before the Sally and Emily episode, so we didn't have an opportunity to listen to anything.
Well, I think that they didn't want you to have to stretch too much. You know, there's a lot of new things kind of flowing, and people knew that. They sensed that. They didn't want to put you in a spot of having to deal with too much technology. Did you and Sally share the same microphone? It sounded like you guys were sharing the same microphone.
We did. It was, when you try to plug 2 mics into one computer, it just doesn't like that. And I didn't want to mess with both of us calling into Zoom on separate computers. So I was trying to set the mic up. I actually pulled out the Yeti mic because the Shure that we use now is pretty, the pickup pattern is pretty focused. Yeah. So I pulled out the Yeti, and I thought it was working pretty good, but I didn't actually go back and listen afterwards and edit or anything. So
did you and Sally also share an earbud?
No, I actually put it in the speakers because Zoom has gotten so good with their noise cancellation. You won't get the feedback and the echo when you put it in the regular speakers.
It's really hard when you and when Sally and Emily, who have very similar voices. I don't know if you recognize that as you were talking. Well, you had Sally right next to you, but their voices are very similar.
Yeah, that is funny because I know there's certain podcasts I listen to, and if there's more than one, woman on the episode, often the voices sound very similar. But yeah, like I'm looking at Emily and hearing Sally next to me. So that wasn't a problem, but I can totally understand if you were just listening to the recording, how that could have been confusing.
Oh God. Yeah. It was a little confusing for me, but it was a great 20 questions episode. Great job, Emily, for bringing the fire. I think she really brought the zesty questions to the table.
Definitely. Emily, we so appreciate everything that you bring to the table. One of these days, we may actually even get to meet you in person, which would be really
cool. That would be ridiculously good.
You've met Tennessee. No, I've met Tennessee Tim. You met Steve O'Brien in person?
I can't remember. No, I don't know. I don't think I've met anybody.
So I met Tennessee Tim in person when we went to and we brought Flat Doug along with us.
It was at Indianapolis or somewhere like that.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was now, but it was somewhere it was near him. It wasn't Indianapolis, but somewhere in Tennessee. I don't even remember. Somewhere historical, because we saw that whole Lincoln and whatever debate. I don't know. Let me get some more Fireball. Maybe I'll remember. We haven't met Emily, haven't met Steve O'Brien, Sean Carpenter. We have met in person once, but that was
I've met with Sean several times. We met
really.
I met him as I was driving across the country. I met him for the first time. I met him when he was the first Funkin' fan that I ever met. So
I thought it was the Baltimore B-More convention that first time we both met him. Or no?
No, I met him before that. Again, Sean, correct me if I've got my timeline wrong, but I think that I met Sean first as I was doing an event. Might have even been a NACE event in Columbus, Ohio. It sounds like that could be right. I think that's where Sean lives. And then we again met him at the B-More business conference. Then as I was driving across the country with Jack, of course I have to go through Columbus because Sean's there. So
of course.
Saw him there. We had a couple of brews, and it maybe even one other time. I maybe so 3 or 4 times I have met Sean.
Nice.
So what else is going on? I came up with
we met Ryan. This is my favorite quote that we throw out, but we haven't done it in a long time. When we met Ryan, who actually is in Houston, and I'm about 3 hours from Houston. I have some friends in Houston. And
did I meet Ryan with you?
Yeah, because we all went out for drinks in DC somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. God, but he was in town for a conference. I think you were there. Pretty sure.
Strick, I've been here in California for 8 years. That means that it's been at least 8 years since I've met Ryan Bocross. And I think you're right. I think I met him. I think I had drinks with him.
Yeah, I think so too. It was early on, and wow. But yeah, he's in Houston. I really should reach out to him next time I'm in Houston, because I do have some friends in Houston. I go up there sometimes. Ryan, if you're out there and you're still listening, dude, you should give us a call, 4242 DJ Doug. Let us know that you're still around. And so Ryan's comment a couple of weeks after when somebody asked a question about like, are you and I the same kind of people that we are on the podcast, right? Like, do we have these podcast personalities that we turn on, or is this just us? And Ryan was kind enough to call in and say, I have met them in person, and I can confirm that they are the same assholes in person as you hear on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and we appreciate that because we are.
Compliments. 100% we are.
Same exact assholes that you would meet on the show as you would meet with us in person.
Exactly. So it's like that 1-star review that we got years ago. I haven't looked at our reviews lately. I know we got 1-star review, but I think the rest have all been 4 and 5 stars. But Doug was all hung up on that, for a long time. Like, what are we doing wrong? And obviously my answer is, if you don't like us, don't fucking listen. I don't give a shit, right?
Yeah, I guess I feel the same. Oh, hold on a second. Let me find the nice guys on business. Let me see how many reviews that we have now. Okay, here is our show. We have 395 reviews. We are 4.9 stars. People are obviously not,
I thought we had more than that.
People are not paying attention.
Well, we're not asking. That's the problem.
Let's see. The last one we got was in February. It says, very fun, entertaining, and informational. If I've read this, just stop me. What a fun pod to listen to. I really enjoy the blend of business guest topics and insights, humor, and some politics to keep you, well, honest. Just two down-to-earth guys shooting the breeze and exploring some awesome topics with great guests, too. That was from, I don't know who B Gear 19 is.
It's a great review, though.
It was a great review. I really do like that.
Really very thoughtful and positive, and I like
it. Here is our call to action for today's podcast. Mm-hmm. If you, for some reason, by the way, we do have one 2-star review. We have one 3-star review.
Okay, wait a minute. I need to hear the 2-star.
I don't know.
Review.
I don't know how to get to them, though. That's the problem.
You can't just. How do you know that we have one then?
Because there's like a whole chart. It's like, you remember,
you can't just click on the one that says 2 stars and just go there.
Did you have gold stars as your, like, did your parents like ever reward you by getting gold stars or anything else? I don't know if you remember the story.
My mom rewarded me by making mac and cheese and milk available when I got home for me to make for myself for dinner. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Latchkey Child. So
well, you've seen all the posts that are like, where they're like, hey, Gen X, like, I don't mess with Gen X. I don't fucking mess with anybody who's Gen X because, okay, you keep talking. I'm going to find one of these posts because I liked one initially, and it's these things of like, oh my God, like they were left on their own. They would just disappear, and they lived on hose water until they came home for dinner when the lights went out, and they avoided at least one kidnapping attempt before they were 15. And I'm reading this and I'm going, yeah, accurate.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's pretty accurate. How many vans pulled up, opened the door, and offered you candy? I mean, that was like a daily occurrence in my neighborhood. I don't know what they're thinking, but Jesus Christ, that's totally my style. So, okay, while Strickland is looking up, I guess one of the what do you call those, demotivational?
Oh my God, the demotivators. Yeah.
So I'm looking at the little chart. If you've ever gone out, here's my call to action, by the way, nice guy community. If you will please take a moment, we would love to go over 400. It's been such a long time we've been in the 300s.
Right.
If you could go over to Apple Podcasts and please review, not just give it a little star. Mm-hmm. 5 stars is preferred. Not just give it 5 stars, but could you write just a couple of words, even if it's like these two asshats couldn't find their way out of a fully lit cave. If you could just say something like that, that would be great. So at the chart above the written reviews is a little chart, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 star.
Okay.
At the top is the 5 star, and most of the line, because they like fill a line, most of the line is 5 stars. Then they get to the next line lower, that 4 stars, and it looks like it's slightly more than 0. So it looks like it's 2, because the next row down, the 3 stars, it's less than the 4 stars. So there's probably only 1 3-star. Then the same thing with the 2 stars, it's the same as 3, and then the 1 star, it's got like 2 or 3. I can't really.
Oh, there are 2 or 3 now because there only was one before.
But I don't know how to actually read where the reviews are.
I'm just dying to read that shit. I want to see the bad stuff.
I like to see it too. I don't know why I'm attracted to that now. Not that I want anybody in our community to give us 1 stars, please. If you've been listening for any period of time, you know it doesn't get any better than this. And if you're continuing to listen, I'm giving you 1 star for continuing to listen.
Right? That's it. Like, okay, we've made it really, really clear. Here's the deal. It doesn't get any better than this.
Yes.
So if you've listened to 1 episode or 5 episodes and you're thinking, I don't know, I don't really like it, I'm going to give it some more time. Don't give it any more fucking time. If you listen to 10 minutes and you don't like it, turn the shit off.
Okay,
just turn it off. And don't bother wasting your time. Like, you can be like, okay, I listened to 27 episodes. And you know what? I felt like by 20, they were getting a little bit better. But then I got through 7 more and they never got better. These guys suck. Don't listen to 27 episodes. Listen to 27 minutes. Okay. After that, if you don't like it, fucking leave and never come back. And more power to you. All good. You are not our community.
Yeah, and Strickland's not saying that with any kind of spite or anger. He's saying that with just pure love for you.
Sorting hat. It's called the sorting hat.
Okay. That's Harry Potter. That's Harry Potter.
I don't know that we've ever made a Harry Potter reference before, have we?
I don't know. I mean, I saw the first movie and I think I read or listened to the first 2 or 3 books, and then I kind of lost some interest. As soon as J.K. Rowling became a billionaire, I kind of got a little bit mad.
Yeah, I like the sorting hat analogy because, you know, people talk about like when you're dating, right? I know you don't know a lot about this because you're like serial monogamist. You get out of a relationship and then find somebody and stay in the next one. I know. But people are like, well, I don't want to let them know who I really am early on, right? Because they might not like that. So I'm going to be the best version of myself for the first, month or 2 months or 6 months that we're dating, right? Like, why the fuck would you do that? Because, like, if they don't like who you really are, let them know right up front. And that way you don't have to waste your time on a second or a third or a fifth or a 10th date. Funkin' fans and people who have never listened before, this is who the fuck we are. Okay.
Strick's got it. He's 100% right.
Exactly.
100% right. Stop listening right now. If you have any doubt, if you're trying to figure us out, if you've spent 10 years listening to the show and you're still listening, you've got to admit you're a fan. You like the show. Whether you speak English or not, you are still a fan. Hey, you know what would be really funny? You know how people, like, if you hear like somebody that's from Mexico and they kind of migrated legally, by the way, I'm not telling anybody
that's not even
illegally, but legally come here, and then they say, and they speak English like really well. Like, where did you learn to speak English? And they say, I've learned from, like American cartoons. I've learned to speak it. Maybe there are some people in various countries that are listening to this show and they are learning all of their English from the show. I mean, we've been around long enough for somebody to probably study us and learn every slang word that there is under the sun.
I remember ages ago, this was relatively early on, somebody, I don't know if they left a voice message or if it was a review, and they said that English was not their first language, but they were listening to us to learn English. And I thought that was the craziest shit ever. Okay. So like, I can imagine somebody going in, like you learn English from us, right? And then you go in for a job interview and you'd be like, hello, sir. Thank you for the fuckery. I like the fuckery very much. Like, what? We are not the guys to learn English from, but I was still flattered.
Duolingo. that whole beginning part of the show was just a commercial for Duolingo, by the way. Everybody speaks English in Italy, and there really is as bad as I was at Italian. I'm telling you, I said grazie and grazie mille, and that is pretty much all I said the entire time. I mean, I was really getting good at it. I mean, I would even say it at times where it wasn't even appropriate to say it, just because I like that word, and I think it shares with them that I'm trying, but I'm really bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody knows English there.
I love that.
What do you want to do? You want to do voicemails? What do you want to do?
We do have 2 voicemails.
Interesting. I've fucking minutes into this episode already.
Dude, you talked about Lufthansa for a long time, and I think it is a great anti-commercial for Lufthansa. It's basically anybody. Look, I'm thinking about like either next summer or maybe sometime after, like going to Europe, which I've never been. But I really want to do, instead of doing like a week or 2, I want to find a place to live over there for a couple.
Oh my God. That is the best thing ever. I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah.
It's 9 hours difference. That means it's 7 hours ahead or later for you.
Okay.
But to spend a month in, how long did you say you want to spend there?
I don't know, a month or 2. Because there's so much shit to do, right? Yeah. Like you've got fucking Rome and London and like every country. I mean, we think of the entire UK will fit in Texas, right? Like you get a Eurail, what is it called? Eurail pass,
yeah, something like
shit,
that.
right?
Eurail,
like you can get fucking anywhere.
Yep.
And the Eurail pass, like you just hop on a train whenever you want, and it doesn't cost you anything. You've paid for it, right? Yep. I mean, go to goddamn. You can go to Greece and the UK, England and Italy and France and Germany. I have
I'm not going to Germany, by the way.
No, I have an au pair.
I'm not going to Germany because I'm afraid that the Lufthansa people are going to get mad at me.
I mean, you can go to like fucking Amsterdam and Sweden, like they're a little further away, but I'm pretty sure they're all part of the Euro pass. And like fucking Ireland and Scotland. And how fucking cool would that be?
You want to go there and do a bunch of traveling. I just want to go there and just sit and like drink my ass into oblivion.
But that's okay. You're allowed to do that too. That's okay. Because I enjoy my day job, right? Like I'm not going to take a month off of the day job, but it would be really cool to go for a month or 2, right? And you work a little during the day, and then you're like, okay, let's go explore. Where do we want to go today? What country?
As long as the attitude when you go there is, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put my work day into the hours that I would normally work, or somewhere near the hours that I normally work. Your day job, you couldn't do that with your day job, could you? Or could you?
Sure, why not? I mean, I don't have to. So my day job, I don't have to work like a 9 to 5 US time. There are certain times where I am meeting with people and have to take a meeting, but
what's typical meeting time for you? Like typical meeting with social. What is there?
Mostly middle of the day, so it would be like 10 a.m. until like 3 p.m.
So
Central Standard Time.
Okay, so hold on. So let's figure out the hours then. So 10.
So it would be 7
hours.
8,
so right? it would be 10 a.m. So it would be 5 p.m. to midnight. And like that to me, I don't know. That seems to be like, yeah, if you're like a morning guy and you like to get up and go hiking and do all that stuff, and I don't know. But it also, you're not a tourist at that point. At that point, you're basically living there.
Yeah.
So you're not doing, you're doing some touristy things, but your mind is always on. I'll tell you the beauty of this trip. I as disconnected as I could possibly be, I was. I didn't really I was checking email to make sure there was no emergencies, but I wasn't like responding to any inquiries. I'd forward them to Ashley if there was any problem that needed to be taken care of. I really did not do any work when I was over there. And I think if you're there for an extended period of time, I think unless the idea is I'm going to go there so I can disconnect, and then I agree to that and you agree to that, and then we reverse that, and and we do it, and then I go and then I disconnect and you agree and I agree. It's hard to disconnect for an extended period of time and still be over there and feel like you're getting the value and the vacation side of things with an overseas trip.
I totally understand, but that's all about the intention that you go into it with. If I were in Europe for a week or 2, I would totally, the focus and it would disconnect. Be disconnect.
Yes.
Right. But if I'm going to go for a month or 2, I understand that, you know what? I don't want to approach it as a tourist. I want to approach it as a foreigner exploring, right? Like when you've only got a week or 10 days, you are absolutely a tourist and you're trying to squeeze everything in and you may not get back for years, if ever. And so you got to see everything, right? If I'm there for 2 months, it's like, what do you want to do today?
It's like a semester abroad.
Exactly.
So you're just going to be taking your work abroad, and you could 100%. Do it. You really could. I mean, West Coast time, it would be a little bit more challenging for me. I tend to work in between the hours of, let's say, 11 o'clock till about 3 o'clock.
11:45.
right. That's solid 45 minutes.
Right.
That's exactly right. So 11 to 3, let's call it. If it's 11 to 3, that would mean that it's 9 hours different. So it's that would mean that's 12. So it would be 8 o'clock to. It wouldn't work for me. I could get tired by 10.
That's okay, because you are an early to bed kind of guy. I'm a late night kind of guy, and so if my normal meetings would be as late as, let's say, 3 in the afternoon Central Time, right? 8 hours later is only 11 o'clock. So I rearrange my schedule a bit. I basically say, look, I'm only going to take meetings until noon Central Time or until 1 o'clock Central Time. And that's like 9 or 10 at night. So I just change my work schedule around. I'd be open to that.
Well, we were getting rolling like at 8 or 9 in the morning, which is typically when we were getting up and around and having coffee and coffee, by the way, coffee overseas, it's not coffee. It's just this little tiny little itsy bitsy baby doll cup. I mean, what the hell is that all about? That espresso cup. Who can get it? Don't you like, are you a coffee drinker?
I've become a coffee drinker. We got this Chibo coffee maker.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
But don't you like a good, healthy mug size of coffee, or do you want are you just doing it for the caffeine experience?
Our Chibo makes you can make a, what is it, 2 or 4? I think it's like a 3 ounce or a 6 ounce, maybe it's 2 or 4. I don't know. Like ounce where it's an espresso, right?
Right.
Or it can make an 8 ounce cup of coffee. A fucking 8 ounce cup of coffee for me every goddamn time.
8 ounces isn't even enough. I need like 10 or 12 ounces of coffee. I need a big gulp size of coffee. And not because I like the caffeine. I like the experience in the morning of sitting with my cup of coffee, going through email, just enjoying the process. Those little tiny baby doll cups, though, the 1 ounce espresso cups, I'm like, who the fuck enjoys that? By the time they swirl it, the residue around the cup is all the entire thing, and it's thick, and it's, oh God, it's just vile. I don't understand.
It doesn't even taste good, really?
No, it doesn't. I mean, not to me. I mean, if you like the taste of burnt mud, I mean, maybe it is good. But for me, I don't like that. Anyway, so we were getting up in the morning, let's say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, getting rolling. As I was getting up, I felt like this is the best thing ever, because nobody is going to even be trying to contact with me for at least another 8 or 9 hours.
Mm-hmm. So the issue, I think, with you, Doug, with disconnecting, I'm just going to make this is like,
that's all right.
Big picture psychological. I'm just making a comment.
Yes. I got you.
Judging. Okay.
Strickland, you could not say anything that would hurt my feelings. I love you too much. Go ahead. What is
it? I think you need to trust the team. Trust the team. That's what you have a hard time doing. Now, I'm not going to say that I would feel comfortable turning off Monday.com or not looking at email for an entire week, right? But I'm pretty damn comfortable turning it off for a day or two and trusting that anything that really blows up like crazy, that our team is either going to take care of it, or if somebody is really, really irate and my personal attention is needed, that they will calm the customer down enough that by the time I get back to them in a day or two, that they'll be okay.
I feel like I'm too much of a control junkie.
I'm glad you realized that, because I couldn't disagree more. I mean, you are 100% right. You are absolutely the control junkie.
You couldn't agree more.
You couldn't agree more. Thank you.
No worries.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I hear you. And I feel that too. And I don't do it because I want to razz anybody or don't distrust anybody. I do it because I have a problem. And I know that. I know that.
I don't do it because on the surface, I don't distrust anyone. I do it because deep down, I don't trust anyone.
That's right.
To do the job as well as I do.
Because only I know that I can do it better than anybody else.
Well, and I know you've heard this 100 times before, but here's our bit of business advice. Let's see, what are we? 47 minutes in.
Right.
Okay, 48 minutes in. Mark this on the show notes. If you want business advice, just skip to here.
Right.
If your metric, your barometer is, I don't want to pass this off to somebody else because I can do it better, you will never pass anything else off. Yeah. Because you're absolutely 100%. Most business tasks, other people on your team are not going to be able to do as well as you, the owner, the entrepreneur, the creator, can do, right? But what the metric that you need, the barometer that you need is, can somebody else do it well enough to keep my customers happy? And that's a lower bar, and that's okay. Because as soon as you realize nobody else will do it as well as you feel you can do it, if you can let that go, that's a huge step.
Well, as a common friend of ours and a previous business partner of mine, and your former CEO to your president of Washington Talent, Robert Sherman, once said it to me. He said, when I said to him about someone making a mistake, he said, "What level of acceptance do you have for mistakes?" And I said, "I have a zero tolerance for mistakes. They should not happen. I don't like when they happen. I don't want them to happen. And I will do everything in my power so that they don't happen." He goes, "I got it. That's you. But what is your acceptable level of error, a mistake?" And I said, "Zero. No, none." He goes, "You're just not being realistic." I said, "I don't have to be realistic. I own the company." And he says, "You will never stop working in the company if you have no tolerance for any kind of mistakes." So I said, "Okay, well, I guess that I'm always looking for perfection." He says, "You will never get that from your team. They're going to work hard and they're going to work for you, and you give them the right tools and you empower them and you give them the ability to make decisions and do the things that you would want to do as the owner. But they're going to make mistakes, and you will make mistakes too." And I said, "Well, I don't accept it." And he goes, "Well, you're not being realistic as a business owner." So I get that. I just have a hard time letting that go. I think I'm much better at it now because we've had this company now for 7-8 years, and we have a team. When I didn't have a team before, I was just DJ Doug, and it was all relying upon me for the most part. But I think our team does an amazing job of doing all the things that need to be done. Do they make mistakes? Yeah. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. What's my acceptable level of mistakes? I'm still zero. I don't want any mistakes to be made. Doesn't mean they're not gonna happen. They will happen.
There are many things, many business philosophies and business actions that Robert Sherman subscribes to that I 100% completely disagree with, but the no tolerance for errors is one that I absolutely agree with him on. And there was some other comment. Let's see, the team. Oh, I know what I was going to say. When you were at Washington Talent, part of your responsibilities were with DJ Pizzazz and giveaways and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, and I understand that was part of where you had your no tolerance rule.
Right.
And I would also agree with the statement that you just made that you have gotten much better at that.
Yeah. And accepting that an error is going to happen.
But let me throw out the why. This is my perception of the why. At Washington Talent, the team you had was shit. It was total shit. Yeah. I remember, okay, here's another business philosophy here that
talking about Johnny and Hunter and Chuck.
This is not a dig on Robert Sherman, but it's kind of a dig on Robert Sherman. So we had a guy, I don't even remember who it was. It was somebody who was running the lighting department, right? And he had hired a grunt, like a guy that specifically was hired as the muscle to move stuff, to organize stuff, to whatever. And the guy,
you mean the alcoholic? that guy.
But then there's a guy who is been tasked with running the division.
Yes.
And then he had an employee, right?
Yes.
So the guy that was the supervisor, I got it. The guy who was the grunt, right? He was not very good at his job, and he was kind of lazy, and he didn't get shit done well, and
or show up.
Right. And so the gentleman who was,
what the hell was that?
I got my window open. What the hell?
Car going on over there? What's
kids running around outside. And so the guy who was the supervisor said, I want to fire this guy. He sucks. Robert's answer was, well, are you supervising him? And he's like, well, yeah, I mean, I keep an eye on him sometimes, but I'm not supervising him 24/7. Right. And he's like, no, you need to supervise him 24/7. So if I'm a supervisor, if I have, let's say, hypothetically, 10 people below me, okay, a good portion of my job should be keeping an eye on them and making sure they're doing their job. Right. If you have one employee and you have to supervise him 100% of the hours that he's working, he's the wrong fucking guy for the job.
Yeah, that's true. That's very
anyway.
True.
So again, now that incredulous Strick has taken a back seat, this is what happens when I drink Fireball when we're doing.
I couldn't imagine why you're getting worked up about this, but now you've just explained it to me. You've had Fireball.
Exactly. Thank you. Now, context is everything. Dude, I fucking love our team. Yeah, I trust our team so much.
I do too.
And when they make a mistake, you know, it's a combination of, and this is a little bit of myself patting myself on the back, right? Not only do we have a great team, we have really good systems.
Oh my God. The systems fucking rock, man. I was thinking so hard on those plane rides back and forth, except for the Lufthansa experience, back and forth about just how we can take this system that we've created and sell it to other production companies, because you've created this fucking amazing back end system that, that would go on ad infinitum, just putting a good team in place. Look, you take that same system you have, and you put a shitty team to do the work.
Oh, it would be disaster.
Disastrous.
Yeah. I mean, there are checks and double checks in place, but if you don't have a good team, I fucking love our team. Yeah. I love our people.
Me too.
Okay. Are we ready for voicemails?
Yeah. 55 minutes in. Let's get to our voicemail.
Okay. Here we go.
I can tell you for a fact that neither one of these voicemails is me, because I just listened to the episode today.
Oh, interesting. And I'm very curious too. Like, you can see the visual.
Yeah. So
like,
little person
one of them is
it's
very compressed.
Yeah.
Somebody was speaking very loudly, or maybe they got a phone, and then the other.
I don't know. It's very interesting.
I guarantee you it's two different people. If it's not, I'll be very surprised.
Well, I have one thing to say.
Yeah.
Grazie. Grazie mille.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that in the screen? Can you see that?
Oh, it's small because I'm sharing. Okay, what? Oh, is that your iPad? No, it's a laptop.
No, it's not a laptop. It's a new iPad that's got this really cool. I mean, here's the iPad. Look how thin that is.
Oh my God! But it has I thought I saw a keyboard on there.
You did. You saw this. It's just like I can't get it without the glare. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can hold it back here just a little bit.
That's nice as shit.
It's a really cool case. The case was almost as much as the iPad.
I was going to say, would you have to pay $12,000-$13,000 for that?
The iPad was, I didn't get, because I still am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this iPad, because I have my laptops I bought in 2017. They can't even, most of the ability to upgrade and like do the new operating systems and stuff, they don't have enough power to handle the new operating system. So I'm not using them anymore. So probably
you last upgraded your desktop and laptop computer in 2017?
Let me see when this iMac is.
That's a fucking long life for a goddamn.
Let's see. This
8 years
iMac
for a
is
computer?
from 2019. So I've had this for 6 years, this iMac, and I still feel like it's a new iMac. My two laptops, I bought one of the laptops in 2016, and I think I bought the other in 2017. So that I would consider
a long time.
I've gotten my value out of that, correct?
Now, why would you? I'm curious. Why would you buy a laptop in 2016 and then another laptop again in 2017?
So you ask a very good question. So do you remember the career that I had in 2017? Remember
As a DJ.
As a DJ, and that was my full-fledged. That's where 98% of my income came from, because I don't think that we were making any money with Turnkey in 2017 at that point.
Back then.
So I needed an upgrade to my DJ computer. So, I was making several $100,000 a year in gross revenues, Mr. IRS. It was not, after expenses, it was $1.42 as far as the IRS is concerned. Anyway, they don't have any employees anymore anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So anyway, so I needed an upgrade of my DJ computer, but at the same time, my speaking business and consulting business, when I wrote the book, was beginning to take off, and I needed a computer so that I could do like PowerPoint presentations and keynote speeches and that kind of stuff that I was hired for. So I didn't want to use my DJ computer because I was concerned that all of the music would have gotten like crapped up or messed around with. I didn't want there to be any issue with my business that was bringing in the major line share of my revenue. So I bought a second laptop, much smaller one. And those have lasted many, many, many years. And I barely use those anymore. I only use my laptop, my DJ laptop, when I'm doing JJ's events, because that's really the only regular gig that I'm doing. And I don't even get paid for it. So, anyway, so I have those. And so when we went to Italy, I'm like, I really want a big screen to watch movies on and some other stuff. So I was upgrading my mom's computer, because her computer was like 2015, her iMac. So I went into the Apple store and I bought her a new iMac. And then I said, what the hell? Let me just get an iPad. I can't really figure out what I'm going to use it for other than Netflix. But you know what? They're only 15, 16 grand. Go ahead and buy it.
Hell, if you're going to be on a plane for 14 goddamn hours each way, I am absolutely buying an iPad.
It was a really, really good purchase. So I bought the iPad, and then the guy said, "Do you want a case for it?" And I said, "Do they make cases for the iPad that have like the keyboards built in?" And he like showed me this case. The case with the keyboard was $300.
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm like, I'll take it.
Dude, you could have gotten that on Amazon for $30.
I was leaving for Italy the next day. I'm like, all right, I'll take. I didn't have to get it. I could have used it without that and just bought a regular, like, little leather or plastic case. I'm like, fuck it. Let's just get it. So I have so few business expenses for fast forward. So I'm like, okay, let me buy it. So the iPad itself, I think, was $700, $800, which was, I know it's more than a tablet, but it's the label that I want. So, but
I got to admit, look, I'm gonna give. You want to pause and actually listen to this, because I'm actually going to give Apple accolades.
Ooh.
I've had a number of like tablets, generic Droid tablet, whatever. They are always inferior to my iPad.
Wow.
And I've got an iPad that's 8 or 10 years old probably, and it still runs great. And Sally has an iPad Pro. So like when we go on planes, like I always use my iPad to watch movies on planes. I'll either, if I'm on Southwest, you can watch the free movies,
right?
Or if you got Netflix or something, you can download stuff ahead of time,
right?
And so I've always used it, and I love it because you don't have to wait till you're at 10,000 feet, right? Like a regular laptop, because it's small enough. But Sally's got an iPad Pro, and it's probably, I don't know, 20 or 30% bigger. It's fucking badass.
So I got I think I got the biggest one that you could get. I think it's 12 inches or 13. I got the biggest iPad Air that you can get.
Okay. And that was under $1,000?
Yeah. I think it was $800 plus $300 for the case. I think the entire thing was $1,100. I used my Apple card, so they gave me 3% back. So that was, and of course my mom got something to put it on my Apple card, so I got another 3% back on her purchase too. So I ended up getting like $80 back on the purchase. It's probably more, but I agree with you. it's a good purchase. Good purchase.
It is. I never in 100 years would have bought the fucking $300 case, but I got to admit, if my regular iPad died and Sally didn't have her big one, I'd have to replace it. It's pretty goddamn good. I like it.
Did we play the theme song music already? I cannot recall.
We did.
All right, go ahead. Let's get into the
I'm just trying to figure out how old my desktop computer is, but
don't you have like a little Apple menu that you can click on and it tells you what year you bought your computer?
No, I don't have an Apple. That's the problem.
Don't they have like a directory that will tell you when you put it into play or anything like that?
I don't know. That's what I'm looking up.
Just go ahead and turn your computer off and turn it back on. I'll tell you that. The other thing about it is it's fucking fast as hell.
Oh yeah. God damn. I mean, my iPad. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out. Hey, you're the Apple guy, right? I got my iPad right here in front of me. How can I tell when I bought it? I'm here in the settings.
iPad. Let me see.
My iPad. So do I go to settings and like about?
Probably settings and general. There's probably a general tab.
Okay, general, about software update.
And then date and time. Is that? No, that's not it. How about
the current time?
There's got to be something that says, it's got to be on. I don't know where it is on.
Because I do feel like I've had this one for a long time because I think I used this in the wedding band. Now wait a minute, I've been out of the wedding band for.
Here we go. Click the first one. It's the about one. It'll tell you
in the settings.
General settings or settings general about. iPad Air. I have the iPad Air 13 inch.
I have the 7th generation. I don't know what that means, but
I don't either.
But I don't see a date in there.
Does it tell you what model it is? Does it say model name?
Yeah, model number and serial number.
Okay, hold on. Let's go ask ChatGPT.
Coverage expired. No, I don't want to fucking pay for more coverage.
Okay, give me the maybe later.
7th generation. iPad 7th gen.
7th gen iPad year. Okay, searching the web. Here it is. ChatGPT says the 7th generation was announced on September 10th, 2019 and released on September 25th, 2019. So probably somewhere between 2019, 2020. So you might have had it for...
It's only 5 or 6 years old. That's not so bad. That makes sense.
Is it still fully functional and doing fine?
Oh my God, it's doing, again, as much as I hate to praise Apple, it's doing great. And it's only it's got 128 gig of hard drive space. I have 87 gig available. So I have lots of hard drive space available, but I don't use it that much. I use it for song lyrics,
right?
And I use it when I go on a flight and shit like that.
And do you have sorry, I wasn't looking at it. I was looking at my iPad screen. Is there a keyboard on that, or is that just the case?
Just a case. But I mean, I'd go to I'd go to
Amazon
and buy a fucking keyboard for $20. I like the case, but it's one I paid $20 for. I didn't buy the fucking official Apple case.
I want to get the pencil now. I gotta get the pencil. Oh God. I don't know why I would want the pencil.
They need to check your credit rating to make sure you can afford to pay for it.
Damn, you're not kidding. I have several other things I want to talk to you about, but we can do it next week. So let's just get to the rest of the voicemails.
God, I hope so. We're an hour and 5 minutes in. And we haven't even gotten to the voicemail yet.
Yeah. So later on, next episode, this is the teaser for next episode, Nice Guy Community. We will be talking about my October cruise, my 17-day cruise to Hawaii with my mom and her boyfriend in October.
What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, I'm in trouble.
17 days?
Cruise. 10 of those days is at sea.
Dude, we're going to talk next week. Okay. We're going to do it on the show. This will not be private, but okay. Before we dive into that, and this is a great teaser for next week.
Yeah.
What's the longest cruise you've ever been on?
A week.
7 nights, 7 days.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't matter. About a week.
About a week.
I went on an 11-day cruise once.
Yeah.
The last 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Fucking miserable. I'm like, get me the fuck off this fucking boat. It's the same shit. It's the same people. It's like, tell me at least what,
okay, here's the motivation. So can I tell you the motivation behind this?
Please.
Okay. My mom is going to be 92 years old.
Well, no, I get it. It's family. I understand the why.
I hadn't finished yet.
Okay.
Mom's going to be 92 years old this summer, so it'll be on her 93rd year that we'll be taking this cruise. But it was the only way I could get her boyfriend to commit to bringing my mom out to my house. So it's a 7-day cruise, and on both sides of the cruise, they're going to be staying at our house. So it's going to be like a month with my mom.
Oh, now wait a minute. You said 17-day cruise.
Yes, it is a 17-day cruise. We're going to spend time before and after in California, and 17 days is spent from San Francisco to Hawaii, and then in Hawaii, and then back to San Francisco.
Okay, so the actual cruise is 17 days.
That is correct. That is correct.
Now that's interesting. Okay, we totally got to talk about this next week. I'm going to go down the goddamn rabbit hole, but it's Hawaii.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend 10 days going between how many Hawaiian islands are there?
No, it's 5 days there, open sea, 7 days there, and then 5 days back, open sea. So it's 10 days it's a week in Hawaii, but 10 travel days getting there and coming back. So you can't even get off the boat. You can't even, for those 5 days there and 5 days back.
What's the cruise line?
You know,
you don't even know. So the one that I did was 11 days, and it was out of Baltimore, and it was basically 4 days at sea, right? Because and we left in November, so it was cold as shit, which is great. Like, we're going to the Caribbean, right? So leave from Baltimore. We didn't have to pay for a flight because we were living in Baltimore, and it was me and my wife and the kids. Yeah. So 5 of us saving round trip airfare. I mean, that saved $1,500.
Yeah, at least.
A lot of money, right?
Made sense to go out of Baltimore.
Exactly. So it was 4 days at sea, and then like 3 days of like different Caribbean stops, and then 4 more days at sea. Oh my God, the 4 days at sea on the way home, I'm like, get me the fuck off this ship.
Was this the tail end of your marriage? Or it's the Ruby Princess. So it's the Princess line. So it's a upgraded line, and
I've never been on Princess.
And Ruby, which is it's a slightly older ship. So that was my only concern.
Got it. At least it's not fucking Carnival. Oh my
God. No, we definitely were avoiding Carnival with vigor. We were like, no Carnival cruise. So yeah.
Okay, can we listen to the voicemail?
Yeah, let's get to the voicemail. We can talk about the cruise later.
Here we go.
Hey, Doug, Jared here. So, welcome back, Doug. Hope you had a fun trip. The reason I'm calling today, this was interesting, and I don't remember hearing you guys play this before. Yeah, I guess it's more for you, Strick, but it was one of the outros from Steve O'Brien, and his references Scooby-Doo and, the meddling kids. And he just said, I would have gotten away with it weren't for you meddling kids.
Fucking love
that. You left out dog. You left out the dog. Scooby-Doo is the most important part of that whole thing. And then not only that, but I realized you missed a huge opportunity for Steve to say, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
And I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Yeah.
And your dog.
Yeah.
You should have had to put it and your dog. I mean, come on. You missed it. You missed it. All right. I love Scooby-Doo, so now that's out there. I appreciate you guys. Love the show, and can't wait to hear next week's episode. I'm already ready to go.
Me too.
Do it.
I'm telling you, I am ready to go too.
Okay, I gotta say, first of all, I can't believe Jared has never heard that outro before. I mean, it's possible I haven't used it in a long time. For those of you who don't know, who haven't been listening for 100 years, we've got probably 200 different intros and maybe 75 outros that I just rotate around for Steve O'Brien. One of them which was last week, was, I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids. And Jared, you're 100% fucking right. I can't believe you didn't say, and your dog too. Yeah. Fuck, we definitely missed an opportunity there.
That's a classic line, Scooby-Doo.
100%. And then there was something else I was going to say, but I've had too much Fireball. And I don't fucking remember.
Your face is all red. Strickland's like the worst alcoholic. It's immediately you notice his nose gets really red. I mean, for everybody that's watching this on video, which is nobody.
Because we don't post the video.
Maybe
red. We should post the video. Oh, we could post this video on like YouTube as our first YouTube video.
We could do that.
I think I like that. I'm going to do that. We do have old ones on Facebook. Sometimes when we share live on the Facebook, shit, we haven't done that in a long goddamn time.
You know what's funny is when you get drunk and you start.
And I have some great ideas and forget about them 5 minutes later.
Idea that after you become sober, you realize we're not great ideas.
I either completely forget them or realize, what the fuck was I thinking?
You think it's a great idea to scale the fence that's got barbed wire razor tips on the edge of the barbed wire? Wouldn't that be a great idea? You know, we could do that. It sounds like it's so good. And then you end up in the hospital and sober and you're like, what the fuck was I actually thinking? Anyhow, next message.
Next message. Here we go. Yes, we're getting, where's the mouse? Oh, here we go. Okay, there it is.
Hey there, guys. It's Erica. Krieger. And this is voicemail number 1.
Oh, that was close.
So, first off, Strickland, what an awesome job you did holding your ground with all that estrogen.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to say last week because by the time you play this, it's going to be last week that I'm referring to, although today is Friday and it's the day that it came out with the episode with you and Emily and Sally. So I am going to answer the question that Emily asked about the best and fast food restaurant. And here's the way I'm going to answer it. Had she said the best and worst fast food you've ever eaten, which I don't know because I'm not going to go back and listen to it, I'd give you a different answer than I am because I thought what I heard was the best and worst fast food restaurant. On that note, the worst fast food restaurant, which, by the way, I have never eaten at, but that's how bad it is because I will never.
What is it?
From my view, is Chick-fil-A. And my reasoning for giving it my worst vote, my worst restaurant vote, is because of what they do to politically and financially back the current political regime, shall we say. So for that reason and that reason only, I wouldn't set foot in there even to use their bathroom. So there you have that. I don't care how good their food would ever be. I'd never, like I said, I wouldn't even use the bathroom on a road trip. Even if I had to pee all over the car, I wouldn't.
Wow.
So the best, believe it or not, the only fast food restaurant I've ever eaten at, probably in the last, 15, 20 years, is a place called Amy's Drive-Thru. I think we only have it here on the West Coast. I'm not sure. People can go look it up. It's amysdrivetru.com. And it's
Never heard of it.
No GMOs, all organic. They do vegetables, beans, grains. They do dairy. They do just wholesome stuff, and you can get a veggie burger drive-through and even their fries and organic, shakes. It's just really good, wholesome stuff, but I have to go way out of my way to get there if I even wanted it. I think they even make a mac and cheese that's really delicious. But we go there like once in a while to drive through to get it when we go up to visit my mom. Anyway, I'm probably running out of time. So that's it. Voicemail number 1. Love you guys. Love the show. Thanks. Bye.
I don't disagree with Erica on the Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a very religious, Christian focused, right leaning like their stores are not allowed to be open on Sunday because it's the Christian Sabbath.
Chicken is so good though.
Look, I got to tell you, I'm 100% with Emily. Look, have I had it before?
Erica.
Thank you. Sorry, Erica. That's what happens when I get too much fireball.
Strickland, forgive Strickland. He's just trying to keep it down.
Right, exactly. I have had it before, and it is very good, tasty. Mm-hmm. But I 100% agree with Erica that, like, even if I'm really in the mood for some good chicken, I'm 100% like, fuck Chick-fil-A. I am not going to support them even for the $10 or $20 I would spend there, because it's just some fucking bullshit. But we're not going to get into politics today. I cannot wait to talk about this cruise shit next week. We've got good topics. Doug, I'm telling you, this was a really good episode. I really think I'm going to put the video up on YouTube.
All right. Well, you'll have the link. You can do whatever with it that you want. Do we have a video open, or are you just going to go right? Just going to start. It just start. How does that work? Do you know how that works? Is it a good idea right now? It will be a horrible idea later because it's more work.
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Ronaldo and see if he can make an intro and an outro for us. But I think you're right. I don't think we have an intro or an outro. I should send him really terrible pictures of us, like still photos of us, to make an intro and outro of, and tell him specifically, okay, you know, the intros that you usually make where they're really cool and slick and like they flow really well. Don't do that. I want one that's really jarring, right? And take these terrible pictures of us and make us look like total idiots. So somebody watches the beginning of the video and they're like, what the fuck is this? What is happening now? That's what I want.
So you want to turn off everybody that's going to, you only want the people that know that it's done purposely.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%.
I understand. So you want like a Three's Company kind of open where it's like all the pratfalls and all.
Come and knock on my door. Fun is waiting for you. And you're waiting for hers and his. Three's coming too. I can't remember what show it was. Oh, I know what it was. It was I was watching Professor of Rock. There's a YouTube guy, Professor of Rock. I don't remember his name now, but he did a top 10 best TV theme songs of the 70s.
Oh, okay.
And Three's Company was one of them. The intro to that show is so fucking cheesy, bad, and so goddamn dated. Like there's a scene where John Ritter, the guy, right? Like he's riding his bike down the fucking boardwalk in California, right? And some hot girl goes walking by the other way, and he's riding his bike, and he turns his head and crashes his bike. And then they keep the shot on him while he's in the sand, and he turns to, like, the most important thing, he stares at the hot girl, and then he looks right into the camera like, oh, like, oh my God, it's so fucking stupid and so goddamn bad. But you know what? That's what we were about in the 70s.
So we got Three's Company cast that has died. So we have John Ritter. He died.
You just went right to the dark place.
John Ritter died at 54 years old. Suzanne Summers died
54?
54.
Fuck, what did he die of?
I forget. I think he had a heart attack or something like that. You go to
shit, you and I are way past that.
Oh, that's right. Suzanne Summers, age 76.
Hang on. Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. Don Knotts died at 81 in February of 2000.
He was fucking old when that show was on.
Yep. Norman Fell died in 1998 at age 74.
I can't believe the first thing you pull up, Three's Company, is like, I wonder who's died.
Well, because the first thing I thought was, well, are Jack, Janet, and Chrissy, are any of them still alive?
So and Suzanne Summers is, right?
No, Suzanne Summers is, I thought wait a minute.
Well, you just said she's in her 70s, right?
No. Hold on a second. Hold on. Who is Suzanne Summers still alive? Okay, the answer is she died October 15th, 2023 at age 76 years old. She had cancer, was diagnosed stage 2 breast cancer in 2001. Okay. Is she still alive? I'm still questioning the answer to that
He
question.
just gave you the death date. No, she's not fucking alive.
Okay, died October 15th, 2023. Okay. All right, I got it. Now, what about Joyce DeWitt? Is she still alive? That wasn't that Janet?
Yeah.
DeWitt still alive. Joyce DeWitt. Yes, she is still alive. That's all I got on her. That's all
you realize with the monkeys, Mickey Dolenz is the only monkey who's still alive.
God.
I think.
Why are we going? Let's not go down this path.
Hold on. Now I need to look that up because which MONKEE which monkey are you? No,
man, I saw a great movie. Holy shit. This was
Mickey Dolenz is the only surviving member. Okay, great movie you saw. Who is it?
Okay, Robbie Williams' life story. Do you know who Robbie Williams is? He's the English singer and songwriter.
Yeah.
The name of the movie, hold on a second. He did his biography. Let me tell you the name of the movie. It is called Better Man.
Really?
It is a fucking awesome movie.
Yeah.
It's all about his rise and fall in a boy band in the I think it was the 80s. And his I don't know Robbie Williams. I didn't know about it, but the cover of the movie, like the advertisement, is a monkey. So I'm like, well, the movie's not going to be about a monkey.
And then it's like I see a bunch of images of a chimp. What the fuck is that?
It's a chimp playing Robbie Williams. I guess it's some sort of, I don't know. It's not animation, but it's some sort of computer generation to a degree, I guess. It's a really fucking awesome movie. I think you will really like it if you can get past the fact that a monkey is playing Robbie Williams.
Like, I don't know a lot about Robbie Williams, but I've heard good things. I mean, the pieces of music that I've heard I enjoy. I don't know much about his life, but in the biographical film Better Man, Robbie Williams is portrayed as a CGI chimpanzee as a metaphor for how he sees himself and the way he has been perceived by the public. The monkey represents his feelings of being a performing animal and a disconnect between his public persona and his true self.
I think that you will really enjoy the movie. And that is, I'm just watching the trailer right now. It's funny.
All right. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. I'm going to send it to the show notes writer.
I believe it was I think I saw it on Netflix.
Wow. Interesting.
I can't remember it. Wait a minute. I know I didn't see it on Netflix. I saw it on the TV on the Lufthansa flight. So,
okay. So tell me the Lufthansa flight and the whatever the other
KLM
airline that you flew back, Chaos. Do they have like a big screen or screens at every seat, or were you looking on your iPad?
The second one, they have them at your seat. They have big screens, but those are used for like general announcements as the plane is taking off and landing. Mm-hmm. And they have the little screens that you're using at your station. I think it's like a 10 or a 12 inch. I also had my iPad. I downloaded a bunch of movies because I wasn't sure if I had to buy Wi-Fi or what on the plane. So I was prepared to have my iPad the entire time. But
you were prepared, except that you bought your iPad one fucking day before you left. But okay.
All of that being said, yes.
Yeah. So the movies that were showing on the little screen on the back of your seat, was that on demand or was it whatever they wanted to show you?
No, you got to pick from a million different movies. And by the way, on both of those flights, not only the Lufthansa flight, but the KLM flight coming home, we were in the front row of the economy. Well, I was in the front row. JJ was in cattle call for the one. So it wasn't the screen that is on the back of the seat in front of you. It was actually one of those that flips up from the armrest.
Nice.
But
you still get to choose. It wasn't you had to show whatever because that's what I love about Southwest is they've got free movies and they've got some fucking good movies. Current stuff. In fact, I'm going on a Southwest flight tomorrow. I'm curious to see what new movies they have.
Yeah, they generally will have the same that you've seen many, many times, and then they'll have that new bunch of almost new releases. It's not quite as new as in the movie theater, but it's not like they had the Barbie movie on Lufthansa and KLM, so they did have some more. Like even though that's not real current.
Well, Southwest typically has a couple of movies that either are still in the theater at the tail end of their run or haven't come out on Netflix or one of the other ones yet, the other streaming platforms yet. And it's good shit. I love Southwest.
Well, I think we have worn out our welcome with our community today. We are almost an hour and a half in. I know we had a lot to talk about. I know we kind of got stuck in there right after the theme song, but shit happens. But let's come back next
and when
week.
Hang on, where's my mug?
Oh, we got more to talk?
No, we got no more to talk, but this mug, I think it's 10, 12 ounces maybe. I actually got to figure out how big
was it
is.
Overflowing?
It was pretty full with Fireball. I had a couple of ice cubes in there, but not a ton.
Did you use your ice maker to make those ice cubes?
Yeah, the ice maker that's built into my fucking fridge, unlike yours, which you had to take out because JJ needed the space for a couple of extra frozen burgers.
Let me correct you. Never took it out because it never went in. Let me just say that. Never took it out because it was never installed to begin with. All right, let's head out of here. Next week, I promise we will talk about the October 7-day cruise to Hawaii and maybe the potential of the big mistake that I made. I did purchase insurance for it. 92-year-old mother. I did purchase insurance for it. We're just a hope and a prayer that all remains good. Everybody's been healthy. Let's just hope it stays that way.
It's a long fucking cruise.
It's a long cruise. All right, Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For Doug, Strickland, the Nice Guys on Business podcast, I'm Steve O'Brien. 130 plus episodes and still no residual check. Nice. Actually, not nice.